Welcome to Young and Finch, the podcast created by Korean millennials.
What's up, boys? We back.
What's up? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, man. I got this new job, guys, and geez, it's so busy. I feel like this week has flown by. Don't you guys think?
Yo, Brian, do you hear that? All I hear is
Sorry. You know what? It's a beautiful Saturday morning with lots of sunshine, so I'm down. Let's get it.
What the?
Young and Finch.
So, Peep, what grinds your gears, fam?
I think we should just give a little context.
Yeah.
So this is derived from a very popular Family Guy episode I think it's called Grind My Gears.
You know what really grinds my gears?
It's basically things that bothered Peter, and he went on broadcast and it was a funny little skit where he goes through things that he doesn't like and basically things that grind his gears. So I think I'll start off with something that grinds my gears.
All right.
I think the first thing that it's just personal, but I think everyone knows that Instagram is very, very fabricated.
Yeah.
Right. And there's a lot of I would like to call them catfishes, or people that use heavy filters and distort how they really look like in real life. Now I get that it's used to obviously look like everyone wants to look good on pictures, but I think if it exceeds a certain point or a certain level of if it covers a certain level of reality, then I think it's something that I kind of cringe at, right, when I look at it. I don't know about others. I think it's for some people, I guess it's easy to ignore these type of peoples, but I don't know. For me, it's kind of hard for me to ignore that. When I look at it, I create this disgusted face, and I try to ignore it. Because I guess each person has their reason why they use heavy filters, but it's not for me, man. Not for me.
So then you've never altered any of your Instagram pictures?
Nope.
Never?
No.
Damn. Okay.
You never put any filters?
The only filters I put are something that I'm not in it, and it's background photos.
Like colors and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, colors. But if it's me that's in the picture, then first of all, if someone filters it for me, I never post it. And if I do, if I end up posting pictures that I like, I usually post something that I never filtered.
Yeah.
Especially those ones that alter your face structure.
Yeah. The fucking.
I would never put that.
The Snapchat small face, big eye one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the doggy filters, man. I hate that because, I don't know. I don't get people who. Okay, well, on the one hand, I get people who put filters to make themselves look better and so that they could post it online. But on the other, it's what's the point of putting these heavy filters that pretty much doesn't look like who you are in real life?
Yeah.
Right? It's you're kind of living that life where it's not you. I don't know. I don't know how to really. It's just it grinds my gears. You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
Yes, sir.
I don't know about you guys, but I think
the thing about Instagram, right? It's all fake. Just because they have a nice lifestyle or filters and shit like that, it's not real.
Yeah.
They all have problems like us. They have things that they're going through and shit like that. They're just trying to put this blanket of layer over it and trying to mask it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to portray that message that, oh, I'm living that good life. Life is good. But once you actually get to know them, they have relationship problems. They have addiction problems and all these other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think Andrew's more talking about the literal face altering.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in both cases they're misrepresentation, but I see what Andrew's saying. There's a line where it's okay, maybe use the eye largening filter. It's okay, you look a little bit better than you would in person, but then there's those exceptional cases where the angle's just right, the sun's hitting the right angle, and then it's just it's a completely different person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's there's a lot of people saying, like, especially those people that don't put filters and you see them in real life and they look a lot better in real life.
Yeah.
I think that's such a big compliment and something that people could, like, instead of having pictures that look better than your real life, you could have it the other way, where you just post like ugly ass pictures. I'm sure people don't want to do that, but like it's like, like I'm just trying to like lay out a point where.
Is that what you're doing with your Instagram? Sorry.
No, I think my pictures are pretty well
no,
posed.
I'm kidding, bro. I like your. For those who want to follow him at H. Sorry.
maybe in the future, you know what I'm saying? But like continuing on to this point where if it affects me personally, then I get more tilted, obviously. Like I had cases where, let's say you're on a social dating platform and they use pictures that they fabricated, right?
Yeah.
And you meet them in real life and they look maybe like 50% of what they look like in pictures.
Yeah.
Man, I had this case, I think I went over it in past episodes, where I met this girl, like she, like on pictures she looked pretty decent, and then when I saw her in real life it was completely different, and that tilted me so hard. And like I think it's just with personal experiences, you know. I think on social media, especially like people that I know personally that fabricate and make themselves, like boost themselves pretty much on online platforms, and like, you know, some shit that, you know, like on a personal level that they do are kind of shady and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's like do you really want to live this double life kind of?
I think that ultimately comes down to like how you view yourself, like your self-esteem and self-confidence. Definitely. It's like if you post like a non-filtered, just your picture of your face on the internet, then you might not get the likes and the, you know, appreciation from people, and that might cause you to think that, oh, I'm not worthy, I'm not beautiful, and things like that.
Yeah. No, I completely, I agree with your point. Like, I'm sure people have their reasons to, you know, use filters, whether it be self-confidence issues or they just want more likes on posts and whatnot. But it just, when I look at it coming in, it's like, I think there's different avenues to boost your self-confidence, right? Whether it be like working out.
Yeah, it's just really sad that they want to earn that likes through like what people think of them and shit like that.
Yeah, it's very cliche. I'll just put it that way.
But I know a lot of girls, like, you know, struggle with that.
Right.
So is it grinds your gears when you are the victim of falling for the filters, or is it just even if it's not, even if you're not, you know, at the receiving end of it, like it'll still piss you off? Like if you said like your friends and stuff, right? Or like just people that you know, maybe you saw them on Instagram, you're like, damn, why is this girl boosting herself, like using like that fucking stretch thing to make her body look longer, or like maybe a guy is doing to make his, you know, chest or his shoulders look broader, shit like that.
Yeah, I think for me personally, it's obviously to people that I don't know, I can't really judge. I can only judge them based on what they post online, right?
Yeah.
Like especially those like influencers, but I think it's more for me towards people that I know personally.
Yeah.
And knowing what they are in real life, having that mindset of like what kind of person they are in real life, and then trying to look different. They look differently to me on social platforms.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about that image, you know. Unfortunately, it's all about that reputation and things like that you put out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just the life that we live in, I guess.
Yeah, man. Gotta live with your best foot forward. In some cases, it's your best face forward.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think the best way to not let this grind my gears is to ignore it for sure. But I don't know, just knowing my personality and knowing my
like even for me, like that kind of happens to me too. It's like sometimes like I don't want to just post. Like, you know how initially Instagram was created to like for you to like post a picture as like a memory and something that you could look back and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's just become like, you know, pictures at the beach or pictures with your new car. It's like the highlight of your life, which is not like realistic.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I just want to post like you know, maybe 3 of us at a bar just drinking beer, or you know,
Facts.
this cute dog that I saw on the street, or this cute like coffee shop that I saw. But it's like nobody posts those stuff anymore because it's like it's boring and nobody gives a crap about those. You know, they want to see like the fancy like lifestyle or fancy like, you know, it's like the standard has changed since when Instagram first came out until now.
What do you mean? I care about your posts.
Yeah, bro. If you post a picture of us at a bar, I will super like that shit, bro.
No,
Yeah.
you guys will like it, but like if other people saw it, you know, it might not draw as much attention as like you at like, you know, like Hawaii, like in front of like the beach and shit like that, you know, like the highlights of people's lives.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
you do what
I
you
get
do,
what-
right?
yeah.
You post what you wanna. I mean, who really
Yeah.
cares what people?
Yeah, that's what you should strive for.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, that was one thing. I don't know how. I guess it's different for everyone else. Like the level of tiltingness.
Yeah, like I've definitely
That's
experienced that with, like you mentioned, with Tinder. I mean, not that I've been on Tinder exactly, but you know, I've dabbled with social media dating sites, and I know
That's
what you
cap
mean.
like Colin.
It's like you scroll to the next photo and they look like a different person, and then you scroll to
Yeah.
the next photo and they look like a different person. It's not even that they
Oh,
might
yeah.
look better or like they embellish their looks. It's like they look inconsistent. That to me is
Yeah.
like that concerns me a little bit. So I know where you're coming from.
Man, like I hate it when like, you know, you take pictures, especially Koreans, right? They have this angle when they go like below, like they take it from the bottom, and then there's a certain pose where the person takes their 1 foot out to make them legs longer
Yeah, I know
and
what you
their
mean.
face
Yeah.
smaller.
Yeah.
Like the proportions,
And then-
right?
Yeah, and it's like if you know, you know, and if you see it from like if you see it and you see that pose,
You know what they're
it's
doing.
Like, yeah, you know what they're doing, and it's like, oh shit, like it's so annoying. Like, again, I see the point where they want to look good in pictures, but is it like
Is it really necessary?
why do people care so much? You know what I'm saying? It's just like I
the
don't know.
world we live in, man.
That's
Yeah.
the world we live in,
Well, I mean,
fam.
People care too much about their. Yeah, I don't know. Just
Yeah.
it's
Well, I mean,
it is what it is.
I'll admit to it. You know, I do a bit of tuning when I post Instagram pics. You know, so I do see. You know, there are obviously some things that I would like to embellish. I think I go crazy with it, but you know, sometimes it's a simple contrast thing, but sometimes it's like a image rotation or kind of a thing like that. So I mean, I see why people do it, but I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. I think a little bit of change is okay, but if you're like a totally different person with like fucking big ass frog eyes and like tiny ass nose and tiny ass face, then I think it's like, yeah, I think that's what Andrew's talking about, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's one of my grinders of my gears.
Dirty grinder lover.
I am a grinder lover.
All right. So I think we are, you know, we're going to avoid talking about points that are applicable to like the general public. So for instance, people who litter, you know, obviously anything related to discrimination and, you know, hate speech, obviously that grinds our gears, but I'm leaning more towards something specific. My first one has to do with bad manners, and it's not like manners generally. There are specific things that really like irk me when I guess people don't do this in like any social setting, whether you're my friend or whether, you know, like you're someone I meet or like someone at the restaurant or something. It's bad manners specifically like related to like communication, I guess. So I have a couple examples. People who don't say thank you or sorry when they should say it, that pisses me off. I'll give you,
I agree.
give you an example.
Sorry.
It's like
Yeah.
let's say Andrew needs to do laundry, and he's like, bro, like I'm $1 short, and I was like, oh yeah, I got one. I gave it to him. And he's like, oh, and he just takes it, and there's no thank you. Like obviously because it's Andrew, it'll be different. But like if it's someone else
well,
or that kind
obviously
of
I wouldn't do that. You mean?
Yeah, that too. But like you know what I mean though. It's like
Yeah.
bro, just fucking say thank you, or like you know like
Yeah.
when someone messes up or something and they just don't say sorry, it's like bro, just own up to your shit. That really
Yeah.
pisses me off. But a couple other things are like eating with your mouth open. That fucking pisses me off.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the sound and it's like you're at a dinner table and they're just fucking slapping their fucking lips. It's like, oh my god, shut the
Yeah.
fuck up.
Yeah.
Sorry, and the
No,
last example is
yeah.
just like
Oh.
poor body language. Like if I'm talking to you and you're like fucking twiddling your thumbs or, you know, like on your phone or, you know, like I'm trying to like have a conversation and you're like fucking picking the shit under your nails. Like I'm like, bro, like why are you wasting my time? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
bad.
definitely agree with the manners part.
Yeah, man.
Saying thank you. And I like, personally, I didn't think it was super important to say thank you. Well, sorry, I expect sorry if someone messes up, but
Yeah.
like the word like thank you, like, man, I was like meeting this girl and I would do something for her and then she wouldn't say thank you. It pissed me off so much. Like I would go out of my way to do this
Yeah.
and she'd be like, oh, period, dot, dot,
Yeah.
dot.
But is it
Like-
one thing to do something nice for someone and expect someone to say thank you, or are you doing it out of like the kindness of your heart kind of thing?
But
Well, I wouldn't, just kindness,
yeah,
but
it's
like
also
you
like,
would kind of expect it, right?
it's like it's not
It's
even
just
like
like
you expect like a reaction. It's just like literally the
Common
bare
sense.
minimum common
Yeah.
courtesy is like if someone does something for you, like, and you're appreciative of it, you know, say thank you,
Yeah.
right? Like that's baseline.
Yeah. That's happened to me when I was
Yeah.
holding this door for somebody.
Yeah,
And they just
Bro,
they just
that's
walk
the-
past. That's the worst, yo. I'm like, get
Yeah.
your ass back here. Fucking, you hold the door, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, my blood.
You could
is
be petty and
boiling.
just say, you could be petty and be like, you're welcome.
Yeah, but then you also don't want to do that, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But I feel like that's
true.
happened to me before, where like someone did something nice for me, but I was just in my head and I just forgot to say it. You know, it's a bad excuse, but I'm sure that's happened to me lots of
no.
times.
So
Brian's-
you're the
Brian's the
Sorry.
problem. No, I'm
I
kidding.
know.
So
But-
he's the gear.
But
Oh,
on
maybe
that,
I've been guilty of that. I
yeah.
think.
No, I'm sure
I was
I've been
joking.
too. But
Yeah.
like another, like on that same note, it's like I guess it's definitely possible for people to overdo it too, right? People who say sorry too much or thank you too much is also
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
like
that's
annoying,
too much,
you know?
yeah.
So you're targeting me, huh?
It's-
Because I say sorry.
Like,
a lot.
sorry,
You
no,
know,
but-
you know the
Not
vibrations.
that kind of sorry, bro. Like you know, like when they're too apologetic, it's like they're trying to be
Yeah.
kind, but it's coming off as like burdensome.
Yeah. It's like, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool. Like, it's
Yeah.
fine, you know?
It's fine.
Yo, speaking of saying sorry, man, I have this funny story at work this week. Me and this coworker had to meet this guy from Amazon.
Mhm.
So he was like a third-party vendor that was trying to introduce this service to us, right?
Mhm.
And then our work address, our suite ends with 420,
Mhm.
right? So when we're registering for the service, we had to put in our address, and my coworker was like suite 420, right? So I accidentally said like, oh, that's an easy number to remember. But I wasn't thinking. I was just like, oh, that's an easy number to remember. And the guy chuckled, thankfully.
Yeah.
But after that meeting, my coworker was like, maybe it's not best to like talk about weed to other third party vendors. I was like, oh shit, that's true.
Yeah.
My bad.
That's fine.
Damn.
But I owned up to it.
Bro, that's
point
the thing
I'm saying.
about like working though. It's like you never know like who's offended by what and shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean the people that I work with within the group is all chills and whatnot. But I wasn't thinking that someone from outside of work was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is
But-
that your current job or at your last one?
Oh, current job. It was like this week.
Damn. And you just started too?
Yeah, and I was just like, oh, let's see. No, but it was. I said it very casually.
Yeah,
you
like
know
it
what
was
I mean?
chill.
wasn't. I didn't say it explicitly. I was just like.
You weren't
oh,
like
it's easy.
420?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And the guy laughed, so
Yeah.
he was chill about it.
Come
Yeah.
test out.
Anyways.
그럼 됐어.
But I got like, I was like, the guy was right. Like I shouldn't have talked about weed.
Bro,
Yeah,
you live
bro.
and you
To
learn,
other
bro.
people.
I've said stupid shit before too. And I'm like, oh fuck, why'd I say that?
Yeah, but in corporate, stuff like that can kind of, it's tricky.
Yeah. But anyways.
All right.
It's kind of similar vibrations to what Josh said. But I really fucking get annoyed by loud talkers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
Wait, can you elaborate
like
a little
Yeah.
bit?
Which setting?
And, like
in-
specifically.
like anywhere. Like, bro, like you don't need to fucking yell and shout to have just like a one-on-one conversation. Like if I can hear your voice across the room,
Mhm.
like I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess people take that as like confidence or, I'm like the alpha guy or whatever. But like there's a appropriate like volume and tone and pitch for you to communicate. Like even yesterday, I was having lunch in the cafeteria at work. And then, bro, like, I don't want to hear you fucking go on your phone and talk to this guy. And you're like, if I can hear your conversation, like, that already fucking, like, grinds my gears, bro.
Damn. True.
Yeah.
I do want to, I feel a little bit attacked because I know that I do have a pretty loud voice. But I will say, not all people intentionally do it.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's what I think.
Like, my dad... Yeah, like my dad has like a naturally like loud voice, and I think naturally that I inherited that. So whenever like I'm out, and I'm sure you guys know this already too, but if we're out and stuff, my voice tends to just project and like unknowingly. And I've had many times, maybe you guys too, but my friends would be like, bro, why are you shouting?
Oh, really?
And I have to bring it down a little bit. Yeah.
I've never noticed that when we were hanging out though.
Well, that's good. That means I didn't grind your gears.
Maybe I mean like. I don't know, like super loud people, especially when they're on their phones.
Yeah.
So nobody needs to hear your business.
Point, though, to Brian's point, it's kind of like off tangent, but like this kind of grinds my gears, but not really. It's like parents in the morning, they're super loud, right? But when you're trying to be, when it's usually like kids are late, they stay up at night, right? So like when kids go down to the kitchen, I mean, I don't know about anyone else, but like for me, I try to be as quiet as possible.
Yeah.
But in the morning, like my parents are super loud and they don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I saw this meme on Instagram about this, and so I think it's very relatable to a lot of people. But yeah. Anyways,
true.
Sorry, I kind of took over Brian's point, but
that's it. That's what grinds my ears. Just loud people.
True.
People who need to share their business to other people. But yeah, it's like what Josh said. People just, I guess they're not realizing that they're being loud and they're just kind of in the moment and talking to that person.
But you're also talking about like a line, right? It's like there's a line where there's like someone who has a loud voice versus someone who's like screaming, like literally unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially like, man, I see Brian's point in like, especially in like clubs or bars.
Like but you have to be loud though, otherwise no one can hear you.
No, well, I mean, there's a level of being loud and being rowdy.
Yeah,
I think people who are extra rowdy and extra loud, thinking like maybe they're intoxicated a little bit too much, but I think that kind of brings out what they're thinking on a deeper level.
Yeah,
and I've seen a lot of cases where, like Brian said, they try to be loud and like expressive just to show their quote unquote alphaness,
dominance and shit. Yeah.
And so I'm just like, chill, bro. Like,
you mean like those?
First of all, like humble yourself. Yeah. Like humble yourself first of all. And it's usually like those guys who probably can't get any that are more louder than others.
They gotta show up somehow, right?
Yeah.
Especially guys. Yeah. No, but yeah. Anyways,
cool.
Gotta be the better man and just ignore it, I guess. Okay, I got another one. This is... Okay, so kind of grinds my gears. Not as much as my first point, but people, especially like close friends who are PC. Because I feel like at work or in public spaces, being PC is very necessary. Because it has like... You can't cross the line if you're PC, pretty much. But I think if you have friends that are PC, it's hard to be personal with them.
What is PC mean? Just for people who didn't know, I found out what PC meant last week.
Yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. So PC means like politically correct. So,
like always saying the right thing, like like that, right?
Yeah, quote unquote right things.
Like heavily filtered, so you're not offending or crossing any boundaries.
Yeah.
And I think that, I don't know, like I have this friend that's very PC amongst the friends, like his friends as well. And it's just
not fun.
Yeah, it's just not, well, it's not fun, first of all. It's just hard. It kind of distances myself to like saying things to him,
Mm.
right? Because I know I'm not gonna get the response that I'm expecting with like if I told someone else, right? Like you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like why even like for me it's like why even say something stupid if I'm not gonna get a response, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, like I've noticed that. Yeah.
I guess for those people, they just grew up like that though. It's like they're maybe their parents were like super strict, and it always has to be right. You know, you can't like slip off and say like stupid things and things like that. But
Yeah.
I totally agree. It's like for us, like we crack jokes all the time, and just say
Yeah.
stupid shit. And personally, I like that too. I think that shows that you're not taking life too seriously, which is like what I like. Like I don't want to talk to someone that's always correct. I crack a joke and they try to like correct you. It's like,
Like
no, that's not.
politically.
Yeah, politically. I'm like, okay, dude, I'm just trying.
Hence the
I know
name.
that's the answer, but I'm just trying to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna err to the other side where like I agree with what you guys saying. Like obviously if you're cracking jokes and every time you do they correct you or tell you that that's stupid or that's wrong, it's like, bro, like fuck off. But like on the other end of the spectrum, it's like if you're saying things that maybe are questionable or borderline offensive and maybe shouldn't be said, right? I think
Yeah.
those friends are good soundboards because they're able to kind of let you know whether or not maybe that's an okay thing to talk about.
Yeah.
And again, I think at the end of the day with friends, it's like you're friends with people that you care about, and obviously we're all different and people have different opinions and stuff, but if they're your friends, you accept them, right? So
Yeah.
whether you're making maybe questionable jokes or stupid jokes, right? It's like if you accept them as who they are, then it is what it is. But I think the issue that you're saying is like when they don't accept that,
Mm.
where they're like, that's not like who you are is not okay. Or
I mean,
not.
yeah. To your point though, I think first of all, for each person there's a different level of friendships
Of course.
amongst friends, right?
Yeah.
So I'm personally talking about pretty close friends, right? That are
Yeah, yeah.
PC. I think I don't know. For me, I agree with your point where we need PC to help guide people that talk like that are crossing the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is necessary, but you don't have to be PC about that, right? You could just call out something that's not that you see that's crossing the line. Sorry, that you see that's crossing the line. You could tell your friends to like be like, "Yo, chill. That's not cool."
Yeah.
While being not PC, you know what I mean? It's like I'm sure there's for each and every person there's a certain line that they won't cross.
Yeah.
Sounds like to me that you guys are not that close though.
No,
I think
you
we're
guys
pretty
are
close.
close,
Worldwide beef.
but not that close enough to like know each other's like personalities and like I know when Andrew you say a joke, like I don't get offended because I know like who you are and like like we've been through shit together,
Yeah.
But I guess for those people it's like when you hear a joke then they're like, oh, like this is not right, but that deep
Yeah,
inside
but-
there you're joking.
No, the thing is, like, this guy, like, I think he does it to every one of his friends.
Oh really? It's just his
Level of
personality thing.
PCs. It's just who he is, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, like, I consider him as a really good friend,
Yeah.
but it's like, I wouldn't tell him a lot of this shit. Like, I would filter myself because he is filtering himself. Like, it just, I adapt to the person that I'm talking to.
Yeah.
True.
So it's like, if they're being PC, I try to be PC. You know what I'm saying? But that kind of distances myself.
Or you're like, how do you do? I'm great, thanks. Hi.
No, like legit. Like I just won't talk, or I just won't say anything.
I know what you mean though, but it just sucks the energy out of you. But like, oh man,
Yeah, it's like, what's the point, right? Kind of thing.
it's like one of those people. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's like, how's your day? And then you just go back to like the formal questions.
yeah, and like, again, like this might be just personal. Like the things that he's interested in, I'm not interested in. That might play a part too,
Yeah.
and then
True.
vice
Yeah.
versa. But it's like, I don't know. It's like when I say something that might cross the, like for instance, right? Like this person might, let's say this person was speaking two languages, like Arabic, right?
What'd you say?
And let's just say I was Arabic and
Arabic?
Arabic, and he said something stupid like that didn't make sense, like grammatically, and I call him out. I'll be like, "Yo, that's not right," but like I joke about it, right?
Yeah.
Like that person might get offended,
Yeah.
but it's like, oh, that's not my intention, right?
I don't think that's what PC means though.
No, I'm just saying like personality differences.
Oh yeah, okay. Because PC is like when you're talking about things that are not like technically correct in relation to topics that are like more
Socially. I know.
have like
what
more
it is.
social implications, right?
Yeah, I think like with close friends, if you say especially if someone's a little bit too PC, you become you become a bit careful of what you say, which kind of distances being personal with someone out, like especially friends, because they're not gonna appreciate it. So having that in mind, it's like you kind of limit yourself. So yeah, I try to adapt myself to each friend that I'm, I guess, interacting with.
Sure.
So yeah, I think peace. It's not something that really grinds my gears, but it's more so like grinds my gears. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of annoying because if it's a friend that
grinds my gears. It's like grinds my gears.
You know the vibrations.
This segment is called Grinds My Gears, not mildly annoying. Sorry.
What the? No, it does grind my gear though. It's like I want to be close to them, but it's just hard to. So I'm fighting against myself. You know. What
I'm sure you have other reasons why you're friends. You know.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I do. It's just it's different amongst my close friends. You know what I mean? Like super close friends.
I'm going to play to the devil's advocate and maybe challenge you that maybe if you have to filter yourself that much, maybe you got to think about the things that you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's a reason why that PC kind of, you know what I mean? Maybe there's a reason why that PC, sort of filtering is pushing back on, or you're feeling that. Just food for thought. Just play devil's advocate over here.
But it's annoying when you have to like change your personality, like in your friends group. Like if Andrew's acting one way to you, Josh, and then he's got to like switch it up for the other guy.
Yeah.
It's like, I'd be pretty annoyed. It's like, that's not like a close friend to me, because like a close friend should be like, just enjoy who I am as who I am.
For sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like I don't need to think about changing up.
Yeah. But I'm saying like if you need to filter out that much of your personality, then potentially, maybe there's some things that that's what I'm saying. Like maybe there's like some perspectives that maybe aren't.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Or it might not be just him being PC. It might just be like personal interests that are kind of different. But
yeah,
that's something else. So I don't want to kind of include it.
True.
But yeah. This is someone. That's like a week of grinding on my gears. The first one was definitely stronger. But
it was like grinds my gears, but this one was like grinds my gears. Sorry.
Yeah, you know the bananas.
What
about peaches?
What the?
All right, my next one is slow people. Now let me break it down. I'm not talking, when I say slow, I mean like physically slow operating. So slow walkers, slow eaters, slow talkers. And slow talkers, I guess, that one is kind of more of an exception. Like if you're a slow talker, you have to be talking exceptionally slow for it to really grind my gears. You know what I mean? Like you have to be like dragging on the point where it's like, I know what you're going to say and I know what the point you're trying to make, but you're still like getting to that point. It's like, bro, just get to it. And I get like, again, I understand people operate differently, and like some people's mental, ability to kind of, comprehend and to articulate ideas is different. I get that. But, so that the slow talkers is less so much, but slow eaters, bro, I have friends who take like a bite a minute and they're still, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm done my meal and they're like barely touched. It's like, bro, why, what's holding you up, bro? Just fucking eat. But they're talking so much. Though. Huh?
Slow eaters are actually like good for your health though.
No,
like,
I know.
You should
I know.
eat slow, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. And it's like healthier, but it like when, if I'm trying to eat and I'm trying to move, it's like, bro, why are you still finishing your fries, man? Just fucking eat your burger. Fuck. Yeah.
Fuck.
What about the people that like eats their fries first and then their burger after? Is that
Oh, that's me. I do that.
Is that you grinding your gears?
No, but I do it quickly. You know what I mean? Like 2 minutes, my fries will be done, and then
Wait,
a
you eat
minute
your
and a half.
fries first and then your burgers?
Yeah, I do
Why?
that.
That's
Bro,
messed
it's
up.
fries, burger, fries, burger.
No. I have
know
to
the
clear my
vibes?
fries before I can. I don't know, bro. I don't
It's
know.
weird.
I can't
You're-
explain it.
You're grinding my
You know?
gears, bro.
No, but that's like the only. That's it. That's like the only weird thing.
Come on, cut.
Yeah, slow talkers. I mean, slow walkers, especially like when you're like in subway, like trying to get to like your destination, and you're like stuck behind them.
Yo, especially during like if you're walking on a sideway,
Yeah,
Sidewalk.
a sidewalk. Sorry, sidewalk.
Yeah, like Mr. Krabs, like.
What the? I hate it when there's two people in front of you because they're friends or whatever.
But they're like this.
Yeah, and then they take up the whole sideway, but they're walking slow. So,
Yeah.
oh my god, so annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The right lane is supposed to be for going, and left lane is supposed to be
Yeah.
for oncoming.
But
But
but it's funny because like I'm sure we do it too unconsciously.
yeah, no, I definitely do it.
And then like when we're on the receiving end, it's like yo fuck you. But when we're doing it, it's like yo fuck you. Like we don't
Yeah.
care. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like I'm down.
At the end of the day, it's all love, baby.
Yeah.
It's all love. Okay. I really get annoyed by people that are flaking last minute.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Like last minute.
Yeah,
If it's like
yeah,
a
I know
couple
what you
days
mean.
before, okay,
My bad.
understandable. But like last minute.
Yeah.
No, but like we're all guilty of that too. But that's something that I'm trying to be more conscious of it. Trying to appreciate like everyone's time.
Yeah, for sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially now because like I don't know about you guys, but I heavily utilize my calendar. So, like if things are happening, like I will book it maybe 3 weeks in advance. So
Yeah.
It's like-
Ooh, busy boy, huh?
no, it's not even because like it's
Oh,
busy,
it's
but I want to organize
CEO
my
Josh
time,
name.
right? No.
Shit. Do you work at Microsoft?
Yeah, I think I can schedule you guys in for like February 2023. Does that work for you guys? No.
You're
But,
like, talk to my secretary first.
Did you put
But,
this
like, if-
recording on your schedule at 11:20? Because we're supposed to meet at 11. Sorry.
For the record, I was at the dentist and I said I might be late, but
Yo, bro, you know what grinds my gears? People are hypocrites. Sorry.
Bro, I would have slept
No.
20 more minutes, fam. Oh, nah.
Come on, Kyle. We're all busy.
no.
Sorry.
Shut up. No, but like, anyways, back to my point. Like, if I'm, not like again, I don't want to sign. Okay, like if I'm making the time to plan for that ahead of time, especially like if it's even like a week or two in advance, right? It's like, it comes down to like why are you wasting my time if you're gonna cancel like that? Like that's how I receive it. So it pisses me off too. 100%. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Personally, like I'm guilty of doing that.
Yeah.
But like I
Oh, me
received
too.
it. The thing is, like I received it and I did it, so I can't say anything. You know what I mean? If I do
You
say something,
rebelled
it's
on
like
it. Yeah.
I don't want to be a hypocrite. So it definitely does. It's annoying,
Yeah.
but it's like I can't say anything about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've done.
And there's
it too.
definitely like unforeseen circumstances, right? Like
Yeah.
obviously if shit comes up randomly and it's an emergency, like obviously
yeah.
that's, you have to be understanding about shit like that.
Yeah.
Or if you're sick,
Yeah. But you guys know what I mean, though.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
what you
no,
mean,
we
though.
definitely do. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, but
Confesso.
although I'm a firm believer of like keeping my word. So if I do something,
Yeah.
I do it. But if I say like I hate hypocrites. I hate like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Doing what I.
Yeah.
If I say something, I'll do it. If I don't say it, I won't do it. But
Yeah.
I won't say something that I've done in the past that makes me a hypocrite. So
Yeah.
I agree with you, but I'm not gonna say. I can't say that for me personally. That grinds my gears.
Mm.
I agree with you. I think like consistency is important. Like
Yeah.
saying what you do and doing what you say is important. But also owning up, like if you used to do that, it is what it is, right?
Right.
Swag.
Cool.
Swag.
This is kind of related to my first point where it's like filtering, but not on the physical aspect. It's more like, so how would I put it? it's like
The
they're
verbal
fabricating.
aspect?
Yeah, like they're fabricating their
Like faking
specs, like specs.
specs,
So what I mean is
Like a resume?
not specs. How would I word this?
like fucking graphics card.
Like
GPU.
there's a
Like,
lot of people
Like
on
I have
LinkedIn.
3 gigabytes of RAM.
Nah.
I
What
got 8
the?
gigs.
Nah. It's like there's people on LinkedIn or Facebook that advertise themselves saying like, "Oh, I do this, or saying that they do this, but they don't really put in the work behind.
True.
So, man, this might sound like super attacking, but I've seen this channel on YouTube called Chow Codes. So he's basically like this self-taught developer. And it caught my interest because I'm a self-taught developer too.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw some of his streams, right, he was talking to his audience a lot, like maybe like 80%, and like coding 20% of his time.
Mm-hmm.
So like he was very distracted when he was actually coding. And to me, I think when you're coding, you got to be like engaged and really focus on what you're doing and not be distracted. But this guy was like doing code for like 10 seconds and talking to his audience and like losing focus, right? And I could see it. So something that takes like maybe 30 minutes to complete, he would complete in like hours, right? And then, but if you see his other videos, like he said that he was preparing to get a software developer job for over a year or maybe like 2 years, year and a half maybe. But I think personally, like I'm sure it's different for each and every person, but personally, I think if you put in the work and focus and do this and that, you could accomplish a certain goal within a certain time frame. And this doesn't really take. I think for me, like being a self-taught software developer doesn't take over a year if you actually put in the work for it. But like he's like advertising himself as a self-taught developer, and like I don't know, the vibe that I get from watching his videos is that he had a job in software developer, and like he did all this. When in reality he didn't get his first job and he's still working towards it. And I get that like his motive and his purpose for his channel is grinding to get that job, but like when I don't see that grind, it's like it's kind of like, you know, are you actually putting in the work kind of thing, right?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So like, and I'm sure he'll note, like, I'm sure this person will, I've seen his most recent video where he said that he failed his coding interview. And I was just like half of me was like you see the results. If you put in the work, you'll get the results kind of thing.
Yeah.
But on the other half, like he posts a lot of like these motivational quotes. So it's like, I feel bad for him. But I think like
on his Instagram?
Like on his YouTube channel and Instagram. It's like, I truly firmly believe like the work that you put in will result in something.
So you're just saying he procrastinates more than he actually like puts in the work.
Yeah, but at the same time, he advertises himself as like this hardworking, grinding software developer.
He's
but
just it's like not consistent with what he's claiming to be. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's
so
annoying.
that kind of
when people say
it's
one
like,
thing,
and
they do
like,
another.
Yeah. So I guess like the whole premise of grinding my gears is consistency. If I don't see something that's consistent, then it's like, first of all, it loses my interest, but at the same time, it's like,
and then it grinds your gears.
Yeah, it grinds my gears, and I think negatively towards that person.
Sounds like someone's got a beef.
Sounds like someone's a little judgy boy, Judge Judy over here.
Yeah, I am ISTJ, you know what I'm saying? Sorry.
And Judy.
Per episode 10 or 11, I forgot.
Nah, bro, that was like episode 7. Oh no, 7 was mental health. Yeah.
Is it 6 then?
Let me pull it up. What's your sign?
Yeah, maybe I'm being a bit too judgmental.
Episode 9.
I think what you're trying to say is like when people do say one thing but they act in a different way. It's like when people are like telling you, you know, that you should live like this and you should do this, but then they're the ones that are actually doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that.
And inconsistencies piss me off too, but I don't know if it grinds my gears to the extent of yours, but I mean, we all get triggered by different things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think all my points are kind of like have to do with time wasting and respecting kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Like respecting other people and space and stuff. Like I think that's a big thing for me. It's like don't waste my time and don't be disrespectful. So I mean,
actually, I asked one of my friends what his thing was. His was when people don't respect your space, like in public. Like
oh yeah.
Yeah.
like for example, like he said he was like sitting in this room, and then there was like people. He like put his jacket behind him, like on the chair. And then there's like people just talking behind him, and they like put their hands on their jacket while they're talking, like unintentionally.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Yo, why are you putting your dirty hands on my jacket, fam?" You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like instances like that too, where I was in a subway, and this was packed because it was rush hour.
Yeah.
And then I accidentally hit. So I was standing, and there's a person sitting in front of me, and I accidentally like hit her boot because someone was like, people are coming in right in the subway.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Don't you fucking touch my boot." And I was like,
"Really?
What?"
Damn.
I got so caught off guard. I don't know. I think the best response to give at that situation is to laugh it off.
Yeah.
So I just laughed it off. I was like,
Nah, bro, that's when you say sorry. Nah, this guy's trying to trigger me, bro.
Yeah, you didn't say sorry?
No.
Nah.
I got pushed. Into the boot. Like,
Actually, but if she said that, then
I didn't step on it. I just like,
too.
I literally just like tapped it by accident.
Yeah. I mean, if she came out like that, then you probably wouldn't want to say sorry.
I mean,
like,
bro, like if someone like, let's say you were in my situation, I don't think you would have said like, "Oh, like my bad, like I'm sorry." Like she came out like attacking me, yo. And
no, but like, if like if people were moving and like I was like uncontrollably like bumping into people, I would apologize because it's like it's not me.
Okay, well, first of all, it wasn't like I fucking slammed her foot with my foot.
No, I'm not saying she didn't overreact.
I literally like tapped at like just a tiny bit. Like that's unnoticeable.
The tiny bit into her personal space, bro.
Bro, this is New York subway and rush hour. Think about that.
Oh, it's New York. Okay, that's different.
Yeah.
It's New York, bro. Everyone there is on their fucking fucking shit, man.
So I don't know, like negative experiences like that. It's like
just
having common sense to know your environment and like acting appropriately within that constraint. I think.
Yeah.
Like obviously, like it was my bad. I hit your foot by accident, but like, was it intentional? Like
true.
It was because of someone else that made. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if she wasn't, and the response that she gave me was very
disproportionate,
attacking manner. So
yeah.
she was like, if she didn't say anything, I would probably be like, my bad. But
bro, also I just thought of one. It's like when you introduce yourself and be like, oh, like I'm Brian, or the other way, like what's your name? And then they say their name, and then they don't like ask for your name. Like if they don't want to build that connection, like that introduction.
I know what you mean.
That fucking annoys me. It's like, okay,
True.
I guess you're not a person that I'm ever gonna talk to forever.
Actually, I just thought of one too. On a similar vein, it's like, let's say Brian and I are walking, and then Brian, you run into your friend. You're like, oh hey, Justin, like what's up, bro? And then like I don't know him, but I'm just standing there awkwardly.
Yeah.
People who don't introduce their friends or like don't do any kind of like that pisses me. You know what I mean? It's like
really,
like bro, just one simple like, oh, this is Andrew, or this is my friend, whatever. Like, oh, this is whatever, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
And you keep talking. But like to make me stand there awkwardly and like, do I look? Do I laugh when he makes a joke? Do I not? You know, like what do I do? Like just fucking segue me, bro. You know?
That's true.
Fuck.
But it might be like, I don't know. I had cases like that where I was the one that knew someone else, and then like my friend didn't know that other friend.
Yeah.
But it's like I wasn't really close to that friend to begin with, so it's just like saying hi really quickly, like oh, like how are you, and then just dipping.
Yeah.
True. I don't think there was enough time for me to segue you in, like someone.
I think this happened with you. I think I was with you, and then you were talking to somebody, and then I was standing there.
Yeah, no,
I called you out on it. I was like,
yeah, I'm 100% guilty of this because I don't know, but these type of friends, it's like, for me, I don't want to, like, I don't see a point in introducing someone that's like close to me.
Yeah.
But like, I meet someone off the streets that I'm like, I'm just acquaintances, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you're not going to ignore them, first of all, but you don't want to have a long conversation because you're not that tight.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, hey, peace. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see a point in connecting the dots.
It's not even connecting though. It's kind of just like is to me that's like basic manner, right?
Yeah, I get your point. Definitely.
Yeah. No, but I see
just,
what you're saying too. Like if you're just saying hi, then it's like, what's the point?
Yeah.
But my point is, save me from this awkward,
I think we
awkward
understand.
situation.
Yeah, I think we understand each other's point. It's just like I wouldn't go out of my way to talk to this person. It's like, why would I introduce my you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I
get your point, but you're wrong.
yeah. So like I get your point too, right? So,
yeah. So like, but it's a sin though. But it's a sin. But I do premarital sex. Sorry.
Oh, 가자 그럼. Sorry.
Check out episode 12 for the religion episode. Sorry. And that's it, right?
I think that's a wrap.
That was 15 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, Andrew, do you want?
Yeah,
close
so
up?
this was an episode for Grinding Our Gears. If you guys related to any of us, then please give us a DM or reply to our posts and we'll make sure to read each and every one of them.
Yeah, let us know what grinds your gears. And thanks for listening. I know we were just complaining basically for half an hour about what shit that we hate, but hopefully you guys relate and hopefully it's entertaining.
Sometimes you just need to, vent, get it all out.
Yes, sir. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at The Young and Finch. And don't forget to rate us on Apple Podcasts if you listen to it.
Anyways, have a great weekend, guys, or have a great week.
All right. We'll see you guys at the next one. Deuces.
All right. Thanks, guys.
We now go to Peter Griffin for You Know What Really Grinds My Gears.
Thanks, Tom. You know what really grinds my gears? This Lindsay Lohan. Eh? Lindsay Lohan with all those little outfits, jumping around there on stage, half naked with your little outfits. You're up there jumping around, and I'm just sitting here with my beer. So, what am I supposed to do? What do you want? Are we gonna go out? Is that what you're trying to? Why are you leaping around there, throwing those things all up over there in my face? Huh? What do you want, Lindsay? Tell me what you want!